What is the difference between menu versus navigation? Let's cover that really quickly to make sure that we're coinciding on the same page. With the menus that we're going to be setting up for your e-commerce site, you want to have all the collections that you're going to drive your traffic to. Remember before when we talked a little bit about parent collections and sub collections? It's best to work on your parent collections, top level collections inside your menu, and occasionally add your child or sub collections to your menu when it's allowed. Another really important component is not all your pages need to be on your menu. When you have your navigation on your site, that's going to direct users at the top of the page usually, or on the side of where they're going to go to find what they're looking for the best answer. Usually this is activated from the home page. The menu that we're going to be talking about is actually that drop-down mega menu where someone can engage even deeper on a specific site category. What doesn't belong in your menu? Pieces that belong in your footer, your privacy policy, your terms and conditions, your return and shipping policies. Those all definitely do not need to be in your menu or in your navigation, but in your footers. Other components that are great for your footers could include your blog. Don't have a well-developed content strategy? That's okay. The users that are going to be seeking out your content on site, if they don't see it in the menu and navigation because it's not quite ready to be user-facing, put it in the footer. Okay, now we're just going to talk about the little difference between your menu versus your navigation. Your navigation is what's going to direct the users to different pages on your site. You have navigation both in your menu and header area, as well as in your footer. It's really important to note that not everything on your site needs to be in the top of your page navigation. There's a lot that you're going to want to put specifically into your footer, like your policies, like your terms of service and shipping policies, legal policies, all of that can be buried in the footer. What you want to make sure you have in your top end navigation for your site includes all of the shopping destinations for your user to go from your homepage immediately to the collections that make the most sense for what they're trying to buy. Also, it might be worthwhile having an About Us in your navigation. Last but not least, depending on how built out your content strategy is, your blog content can be a great place to live in your navigation at the top of your page. However, if it's not quite ready, it's okay. Keep that in the footer for now and we'll bring it up later. Depending on what type of store you have, one last recommendation for the navigation side of your site would include a how-to page or a frequently asked questions page. If you have a product like with black hair and t-shirts, maybe there are specific washing instructions to maintain the shirt that you know your user is frequently going to seek out. Let's put that in the navigation at the top of your page so that the user doesn't have a difficult time finding it. Because if the user fails to find what they're looking for, you will fail to acquire that purchase. So back into the menu part, what we're going to be talking about specifically will be our mega menu. So in our navigation, those are going to be drop downs we have to expand the collections that specifically speak to the shoppability of that navigational site, that navigational link. So if you have a shop all products link in your mega menu, when it drops down and open, you're going to be able to have all of your parent collection products. Adult tees, tees for her, tees for him. Those type of collections will serve great in your menu. What you don't necessarily need to do is add in all those child collections that we had spoken about before, like shirts for her under $15, shirts for her to celebrate patriotism. Those type of sub-collections really service well on your collection page and don't force you to overcrowd your menu. Other components that are great to include in that mega menu dropdown will be pictures. Pictures tell 1,000 words, whereas your description of that collection you're driving traffic to is limited to what you can say. Most often, 1 or 2 maximum photos should be included in your mega menu. One other important note to be mindful of is you can have more than one mega menu. If you have a shop all mega menu that breaks down the different categories of your products at a high level, you can also have an on sale mega menu that specifically goes into those child collection pages because the on sale then becomes your parent collection. When designing your menus, you want to be mindful of the menu on mobile and menu on desktop experience. We know 80% of traffic for a lot of our e-commerce sites are mobile, so it's imperative that you check out the mobile menu experience before pushing your site live. Your mobile menu experience can be quite unique. A lot of stores that do well are ones that design their mobile experience to mirror that of an app. Check out Facebook and check out Sephora.com. Their mobile menu experiences really allow the end user to find exactly what they're looking for quickly when they have these large SKU inventories. With desktop, when we talked about that breakdown, that really shows up well with having the images, but on mobile, depending on how you design your site, is either going to open up from the side or drop and be a destination and a bit of a breadcrumb link for your end user to navigate to. So it's just really important when designing your shop, be mindful and audit both the mobile and desktop experience of your menu. When looking at your mobile menu, it's important to be mindful of all the other pop-ups related to your site. The worst thing that can happen for users when they feel bombarded by a email welcome offer, a chat pop-up, as well as a discount percentage footer that's locked in. Don't crowd your mobile menu. This is where I promise you 80% of clients that come to us make egregious errors with their sites that are already live. Let's check out an actual audit of oceansports.ca's menu and navigation. Okay, so things that we love about this menu specifically is we've got a search bar at the top. We know that Ocean Sports has a large menu and a large SKU list. So what we can do is if someone has been here before or they're looking for a specific item, leverage the search bar that we have at the top of this page. What we can see here is with these parent collections with mega menu drop-downs at the top, allow the user to find exactly what they're looking for quickly so that they can find what they want and purchase. Here with Wake, we see not only is this the parent collection, here we've got a child collection and even a sub-collection of that. So if someone's looking for surfer and skates in the Wake category, here are the options of products available for them to choose. You can understand why this is a much better experience, especially on desktop, for our users with this menu and this navigation. Now, let's take a quick look at what is inside their footer of elements and website links that we do not want in our menu up top. So here we can see that we have our shipping policy, privacy policy, contact us, about us, and search features. Now the search is reiterated again in the footer because by the time someone has navigated to the very bottom of this page, they may need to continue their searching components. But what's great about what we've got down here are privacy policies, contact us, shipping, and about us components that the user can find without overcrowding our top level navigation. Now, of course, we definitely need to check out what the mobile experience is like for their mobile navigation and menu. Here we can see for the navigation that we've got our account login, and here we've got the search feature so our user can find exactly what they're looking for and quickly. With this hamburger menu on the left alignment of this page, this allows us to drop down and re-see those parent collections that we discussed earlier. I do want to be mindful of that there is this corner pop-up for getting $20 off. This welcome offer is fantastic and it's well placed because it doesn't interfere with menu's initial activation and is easily exitable with one click. Our menu isn't burdened by an obscene amount of pop-ups that interfere with the user's experience to find exactly what they're looking for. Now we're going to do a quick audit of our Black Hair website, which has a smaller inventory and a very different menu and navigational experience. Here we can see on our desktop that their top collections aren't all shoppable. Here you can see that they've brought our About Us and our Contact Us to the top of their page. This works really well for Black Hair because they largely sell one collection of products, t-shirts. So here we can shop all the different types of t-shirts and see that they've been broken up for tees for everyone, tees for her, kids tees, and more, while still providing the custom experience for the individual that is familiar with Black Hair and knows exactly what they're looking for and where to go. As we scroll down, let's check out how they are on their footer. This is a bit more of an expanded footer on the desktop experience. We can see again our privacy policy, our shipping returns, and other non-money pages are in our footer menu so that the end user can find exactly what they're looking for without disrupting their purchase experience. Of course, it wouldn't be the same if we didn't audit this page specifically at the mobile menu. So let's check out their mobile design. Their mobile menu allows us again with that hamburger menu to open up the various pages that we had previously seen on the top level desktop navigation. And then as you know, it does take an extra click for them to navigate to the sub collections of this parent shop, but it's a non-interruptive experience because we are not burdened and overwhelmed by an excessive amount of pop-ups. Here we have the chat option on the page, which is well synchronized to the location of the menu to not interrupt the user's experience. Now I just want to go over a quick little case study that goes over the importance of your menu and its navigation so that your user can find exactly what they're looking for and you can push the products you want them to purchase. We have a client, it's a UK-based grocery store overseas, and they were looking for a way for us to move a whole category of products that were nearing expiration. The solution that we had was we created a collection called Marshmallows and introduced it into their mega menu. What happened was that within 7 days of introducing this marshmallow collection to our menu under the confectionery category, we saw a lift of 17% of new sales, which allowed us to move product that they would have otherwise had to have wasted. In conclusion, when creating your menu, you want to be mindful of what your user is seeking out so that they can quickly find what it is that they want to buy. Include in your menu parent collections that allow someone to find the category as fast as possible and look at a wide variety of products from your brand. So remember, while your product pages sell your products and your collection sells your brand, your menu is the best navigatable way for your user to find the product and make that purchase. Check out the Collection Discovery worksheet below, where you'll see a series of questions that will help identify opportunities for your store's collections.